Hey guys, today I'm reviewing Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time, starring Jake Gyllenhaal, Gemma Arterton, and Ben Kingsley. Now, of course, Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time was a video game that came out for the PlayStation 2 quite a few years ago. But it was a great game, at least in my opinion, and it spawned numerous sequels, and the Prince of Persia franchise has been going strong for quite a while now. You know, video game movies haven't really fared too well. I mean, you've got movies like Doom, which I haven't seen, but you know, have heard pretty bad things about. The Resident Evil movies, which have been successful, but really, I didn't really think the first one was all that great. It was okay. And of course, all the Uwe movies, which just are utter crap. But you know, this one, they really did. They didn't try to have the same story as a video game, and I think that definitely helped. They created their own story. Created their own characters. Really, the only thing that is the same in the movie and you know in the game is the Sands of Time, and of course you know it's called Prince of Persia. But I mean, those are really the only things that are the same. And I mean that definitely helps it. You know, Jake Gyllenhaal does a pretty good job in this. It's quite an interesting turn for him as an action star, but I think he pulls it off pretty well. Good chemistry between him and Gemma Arterton. She does an okay job. She definitely is very attractive though, so that definitely helps. Ben Kingsley is good as always. His character starts off showing quite just a little bit of insight into his character, and just so you think he's kind of well-rounded, but then he just goes into a stereotypical mode, and it just doesn't hold up very well, his character. But you'll see why in the movie. But yeah, I'm not going to spoil anything. But the basic plot is that Prince of Persia, played by Jake Gyllenhaal, gets framed for the king's murder, and he pretty much goes on the run with Gemma Arterton's character, who is a princess she is a guardian of the dagger of the Sands of Time, and then it just goes on from there. But you know, when this movie first came out in theaters, I didn't go see it. I heard numerous people say it was just a horrible movie and I shouldn't waste my money, shouldn't waste my time watching it. And you know, after I got it on Blu-ray and watched it, I really don't know what those people were talking about. It was quite a fun movie. Definitely not the best movie in the world, but I really enjoyed it, actually. I mean, the performances were good enough for the film. Definitely not great, but I mean, it's a popcorn film, you know? You go see it to have fun. I mean, the plot was pretty good. I believe the actual story idea came from the actual creator of the Prince of Persia franchise. So I think that certainly helps put this movie above other video game movie adaptations. But yeah, I think the story is really good in this. So I'm going to go ahead and give that a B-, just because the villain in it, I think, is very stereotypical and over the top. You know, I have to commend Disney because they are really good about, from release to release, of coming out with great picture quality. You know, you get a great amount of detail on this, with also, you know, the hint of grain. It's not overbearing, and at the same time, they didn't like DNR the crap out of this movie. you know, it just looks like a really nice transfer. So I'm going to go ahead and give the transfer an A- on this. Just really good. Now on the Blu-ray DVD digital copy combo pack, you do get an exclusive bonus feature that isn't on the single disc Blu-ray release, and that is the Cine Explorer: The Sands of Time. Now this has says on the back it has over 40 spellbinding segments, and I think it comes out to maybe a little over 40 minutes long of all the segments. I'm not really sure on that. But I actually just got done finished watching it with the Cine Explorer, and this is a really cool feature. It is a lot like you know, some movies that do the in-movie experience, but instead of having, you know, the two screens with the feature film here and then behind the scenes footage here and the director in between, this is all just done on your TV. You know, when there is a behind the scenes feature on there, the dagger of the Sands of Time will appear on the screen, and you can press the enter button on your remote, and it'll actually rewind a bit of the movie and then play the behind the scenes segment that's related to the part of the movie you're watching, and it's all in HD too, so that's even better. What's really cool about this is they actually have one of the actors from the movie narrating. He's actually going. He tells you what you're going to be watching, what behind the scenes segment you're watching. See, I'm trying to remember his name. I think it's Richard Coyle. I think so. He was actually in another show that I really like called Coupling. Which is really funny because this is produced by Jerry Bruckheimer, who also produced Pirates of the Caribbean, and Pirates of the Caribbean had another star from the show Coupling in it, so I just find that interesting. But yeah, the Cine Explorer is a really cool feature to have. You also get just one deleted scene. You get the banquet where Garcive presents heads. That's a short deleted scene that I guess I can kind of tell why they took it out. It wasn't really too graphic, but you know, I can understand that. Another thing I don't quite understand is they do have a making of for this movie, but it's on the DVD copy, which I don't know if they just didn't have room on the Blu-ray or what. It's just a little odd. But some of the footage from that making of it is dispersed within the segments you get in the Cine Explorer, but there are quite a few. There are more new segments in the Cine Explorer, so it's definitely worth viewing a second time in that mode. And of course, you do get the digital copy of the film as well. So for special features, I'm going to go ahead and give this a B-. So that brings the overall score for The Prince of Persia to a B-. Thanks, guys. Till next time.